So with Parker and Mills both back, does it give you a chance to put someone like Heaney forward more often?
Well, it gives you all sorts of opportunities to do whatever we need to do. So we'll do what we need to do. It does give you that opportunity, but we have to be mindful also. Parksy can play forward as well.
Who's that, sorry?
Parker.
Parker,
Parker
yeah.
can play forward as well. So we're also mindful that Isaac's been really good for us in the midfield. So and without McInerney, Mills just coming back into form and fitness, his ability to do what he does in the midfield is also strong. So I don't think it'll be this will happen and that will happen. It'll be a blend of everything, and that's what we'll be relying on.
Because your midfield's been good, hasn't it, in terms of goals? Like Warner's got 29.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a real strength over the season. So, but we'll just have to adapt. Every team goes through some challenges at different times with key personnel missing. It'll be it's our opportunity to make the most of that challenge now. So that's just part of football.
How's Millsy placed for this week?
Yeah, we expect Millsy to come back in the team. So we're mindful of him last week. He did a drill on the Thursday. He pulled up really well from that, but we didn't want to push him too hard. And so it gives him another week of training, which he's been able to do. We'll do this week, and we expect him to get through training this week, hopefully all good, and be able to play on the weekend.
Was it any particular part of his comeback? Like, was it one of the soft tissue things that he had?
It was just a bit tight last week, and given his prep, and we just thought it wasn't a smart move to just push him, and would have been good to have him available, but the longer term view was a bit smarter, and I'm glad we didn't push him because he's such an important player for us to be able to come back in once again with McInerney out. His role becomes very important.
Is it okay to lose a couple of tight games from a coaching perspective? Because you can say, this is why we're doing, this is why I'm telling you to do what you're doing? Or?
No, it's never okay. You always want to win every one. I mean, 3 out of our 4 games, we've had opportunities in the last 2 minutes to win the game. And if you get 3 of those right, all of a sudden it's a completely different narrative. So on the weekend, they didn't hit the front until, was it 2 minutes 37, I think it was, or whatever it was when the Chi kicked that goal. We'd fought back a couple of times in the last quarter despite being undermanned. Came back, hit the front when Lloydie kicked that goal with 5 minutes to go and stayed in front until that spillage goal that Chi was able to kick, and even probably the last minute, last 30 seconds, we got the ball back in our forward half and gave ourselves an opportunity, just couldn't kick a goal from the stoppage. So there's something to come out of every game, and whether you win, lose or draw.
John, late last week, Dean Cox made a pretty strong commitment to stay in Sydney. Your thoughts on that, and how involved in the discussions were you?
During my time at this footy club, which has been a long time, I've been really fortunate to have really open conversations with all of our staff, and also our Tom Harley and Andrew Pridham, and so all of that comes down to how Coxie feels about staying in Sydney, and Coxie's very settled in Sydney. We're really fortunate that his commitment to this footy club, coming from the other side of the country with his family, but he's really established himself here as an important staff member, but also his family are established here too. So that's been a great thing for our footy club, is to be able to have him fully invested in what we do this year and the future.
There was an incident on the weekend that looked like tunnelling for all money on Blanky, which led to a goal for the Lions. How do you react to something like that happening in a game? And do you feel a bit hard done by on there?
The fact there was no free kick? No, why would I feel hard done by? And it ended up in a goal? No, of course not.